Women dominated the music industry in 2023. Beyonce and Taylor Swift shared the spotlight this year with sold-out tours and accompanying concert films. Rihanna delivered a jaw-dropping Super Bowl performance. And how can we forget Britney Spears? Her memoir, The Woman in Me, became the highest-selling, celebrity memoir of all time. Before we head into the new year, let's look back at the top music headlines of 2023 with Shannon Burns from iHeart Radio. What a year.
What a year indeed.
Okay, so let's go back to the Super Bowl performance that Rihanna did. It started off with a bang. We're going to show a few pictures of the performance. So I remember soon after this, people went wild, obviously talking about the announcement, the very subtle announcement that she did there, her pregnancy, and then obviously her performance and her outfit. So no wonder she's on your list of top stories.
Yes, definitely. And this actually became the most watched Super Bowl halftime show performance of all time. 121 million people tuned in for it. My favorite part about it is that she did do the pregnancy announcement, but no one knew for sure if it was a pregnancy announcement. So everyone was kind of guessing or waiting till it was officially reported. But then by the next morning, everyone was going crazy for that. And then she welcomed her second son this past August. So definitely cannot mention 2023 music without mentioning that Super Bowl halftime show performance by Rihanna.
And just that head to toe red. It's a great moment.
So good.
2023 was also obviously a year of big concerts. We're talking Taylor Swift, Beyonce ruling the stage and the hearts of their fans. You had the chance, I love this, to watch Beyonce live, and that experience was next level.
Yeah, I tried for Taylor Swift tickets too, but those are hard to get. Who knew, right?
Shocking.
Yeah, wild. Hopefully, fingers crossed to see her in Canada next year. I did have the chance to see Beyonce, which was so great. If you don't have the chance to see either Taylor Swift or Beyonce in tour in concert, you can actually see their concert films that they came out with as well. But it was just such a massive year for these tours. I don't know how they're going to beat it in 2024. Taylor Swift hit the record. She made over $1 billion in her Eras tour so far, making the Guinness World Record for this tour. And it's not even over yet. Like I mentioned, she has shows coming up in Canada next year, so that's going to be massive for us here. And Beyonce, of course, as we know, had a sold-out tour as well. And she toured for the first time in 5 years, so that was really big for her fans as well.
Well, and the fact that they both had concert films, and they're both women who had concert films, how unique is this?
Yeah, super unique, especially for Beyonce. She really pulled the curtain back and we got to see how the tour comes together and what it was like for Blue Ivy, her daughter, who joined her on tour. So it was just really cool just to see women really owning it this year.
Especially Beyonce. We don't often get to see her unfiltered like that.
Definitely,
so, yeah. Speaking of unfiltered, Britney Spears released her highly anticipated memoir, The Woman in Me. It set records. Why was this a pivotal moment for you in the last year?
Yeah, so Britney Spears, as we know, she was in a conservatorship for 13 years. So we didn't even know the full extent of all the things that she just wasn't allowed to do and the things she wasn't allowed to talk about. So the fact that she got out of her conservatorship and really took ownership of her freedom this year by giving us a tell-all book, finally being able to share her stories in her own words was massive. And she explained too that so many people have been telling her story for her entire life. So this was her opportunity to really get it out there herself and share a lot of information about her life that we just didn't even know, including the Free Britney movement, the conservatorship that she was in, her past relationship with Justin Timberlake, and so many things like that. So it's just so great to see Britney Spears be able to own herself this year, and it became, like you said, the highest selling celebrity memoir of all time. So that was just massive for her.
Some big highlights of the last year, some lowlights as well. This was the year where fans really started throwing objects on stage that weren't pleasant at all to have on stage. How did this even become a trend?
I think it has to do a lot with concert etiquette. I think the pandemic had something to do with it as well. People just forgetting how to behave on stage. BB Rexa definitely was the big one because she got hit with a phone while she was performing on stage. She actually had to go to the hospital and get 3 stitches because of this. And then we saw kind of repeats of this happening. People throwing drinks at Cardi B. She retaliated by throwing her microphone into the crowd. So that caused a rift between her and her fans. And it just happened over and over. Harry Styles had multiple occasions where people were throwing things at him. We saw with Pink, she was performing on stage, someone threw their mother's ashes on stage. So just all these bizarre headlines of these interactions with fans throughout the year, which is just, it's so bizarre. So I really hope that this is something that we don't take into 2024.
No, we're going to leave that in 2023 and move on to a new year where we have just more fun.
Yeah, more fun. Safe fun.
Love that. Shannon, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.